What smoking all my dragons, divine righteous, almighty greats overachieving, never slacking. So we got what America. This says American goes to Europe, but this is what Americans think life is like in Europe. Now, personally, me, uh, when I think about Europe, I always just think of like the rich history. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do think of like wealthy people, people who have more wealth. Uh, I picture like people walking around like with those really fancy dogs and just back straight, and that's what I at least used to think about until I did more research. Like definitely I don't know. I don't know. So we're gonna get into this video and we're gonna see what this man has to say about what Americans think life is like in Europe. With that being said, original link in the description. Here we go.
Is like in Europe.
Let me start it from the beginning.
This is what some Americans think what life is like in Europe. Yo, what's up, man? You look cool, man. Where are you from? Oh, thank you. I'm from Deutschland, Germany, sorry. Whoa, right on. Do you have like toilets in Germany or? No, we use buckets that we find in the back and we just sheet.
I don't know who would ask a question like that. I'm sure there's people out there that would ask something ridiculous like that. Do you have toilets in Germany? Like I said, when I picture Europe, I think of people who just more of a fancier type of people. That's just how I've always looked at it. So, of course, I would think they have toilets. But for all you Germans out there, if there's been Americans, because I'm sure there probably has, that have been asked you crazy questions like that. My apologies. My apologies.
Buckets that we find in the back and we just sheet in them and pee and all of that. No problem. What? That's crazy, bro. How about fridges? You know, to make the food like cold, you know? No, actually, every morning we go up to the mountains and keep our food up there to make them cold because it's always colder in the mountains. So it's no problem.
No way, I heard about that. Nice. That sucks, but nice.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Bye.
I love the calm, answers, the sarcasm that the German returned. Uh Listen, there's people out there that are just ridiculous. I'm not going to deny that. But yeah, Germany is actually to take away from the joke, because obviously it was just a joke, but there's truth in that joke. Because even amongst us Americans, like, we deal with a lot of weird stuff. Like me being from New York, right? Oh, there's certain people I've met where it's like from other areas that are like, they think the whole New York is New York City, right? That they have no knowledge that there's a whole upstate state of New York that is like completely different. It's like day and night from New York City. So they'll ask me, even if when I'm trying to tell them, oh, what's the Empire State Building like? Oh, do you guys, are the rats really that big? And da da da. And I'm telling them like, okay, I'm really from upstate New York. Oh, okay. Hey, what's it like in the Bronx? Are they really like just all this? And even though obviously I've lived in New York City, but they still can't. There's people in America who still can't even differentiate that. So I can only imagine what it's like when certain people go overseas. But honestly, it's just it's a lack of paying attention or really listening. Because if you really people who really like history or really pay attention, are aware of other people's cultures, they're not gonna ask crazy stuff like that. Like, there's some people, they can hear one thing, right, and they just take that and run with it, even if it's not true. Like what he said about, do you guys have toilets? And I don't know where he heard that. He might have heard that from a joke or something, and really in his mind processed that as the truth. Which is, it's funny. Some people, listen, just lack certain neurons in their brain from a lack of studying. Like, study something new. Go to the library, open up a book, go watch a video like I do on, European culture, German culture. Like, look at the difference. Look at Munich and Hamburg and all these places. Actually, like, build some new neurons, create some new neurons in your brain, and you won't ask stupid questions. But with that being said, that was what Americans think of Europe. It was obviously a joke. But yes, like I said, there is truth in every joke. But with that being said, much love. I'll be back with more soon. And everybody, do some research before you go into new lands so you don't accidentally say something crazy.